How's it going, everyone? Another day, another prospecting adventure. We're up here. We're going to scour this cliff face here best we can. We just found a deposit right above it, and we have another showing that's way below it, so we're going to be looking in this mineralized zone. Just taking a look if we can find any new deposits, quartz veins with mineralization, and we'll go ahead and show you everything we find, so stay tuned. Okay, so you can kind of see the clearing there. About 50 meters below that, to my left, you have a couple small mines, open cut. Got a showing over there. And right here, we've come across some nice oxidized samples. And these appear to be float samples, but you can see you have chalcopyrite. So gonna hammer this open, see if we can find the exposure where this is coming from. Chalcopyrite, baby. So all the deposits on this mountain, they were all mined out as pods. So you'd have a pod of ore, mainly solid mineral, which is 10 to 20 tons, and there's been dozens and dozens of them found and mined out. On the other side of the mountain, you have a bigger deposit. This one is all pods over here, primarily the biggest one being 107 tons. So there hasn't been much work in the way of exploration in the past 50 years, so hoping to find some new pods. Okay, so you can see the outcrop above us. There's literally nowhere that these samples could have come from except for this. There's another outcrop above us like that. So this is the sample. Hammered it open. Hordes and hordes of chalcopyrite all over. We got a few more samples over here. We're digging out of the ground. You can see heavily oxidized chalcopyrite and minor amounts of pyrite. Very, very interesting. Lots of mineral on this claim. We're just pulling samples right out of here. So this is a small little open cut here, exposing a mineralized vein. Primarily your chalcopyrite, copper pyrites. You can see the nice malachite and azurite staining, quartz, quartzite. Vein is exposed underneath that tree, but the mineralization is pretty weak over there. It's exposed on that wall. And we just pulled a bunch more samples off here just for cataloging. We have sampled this before, but couldn't leave these behind. Lots of nice looking mineral here. All over the place. So eventually we plan to do some trenching on this property. Really steep grades, so it's going to be difficult, but there is access to this area and we want to trench this out a bit more, get a better look at the showing. So lots and lots of samples here. There's chalcopyrite, bornite, minor amounts of pyrite, very minor. So for now we're going to keep going, see what else we can find. Alright, so this is just on our tenure. Not sure where this is coming from, all this oxidized rock, but you can see you have some nice copper mineralization there. A lot of oxidized samples, more copper. So we're pulling out a whole bunch off the road here. Here's just a few we hammered. So you can see this right here. That is chalcopyrite. This right here is also chalcopyrite. These two are different. This was hammered off. This was exposed to the elements. In about 2 days, if we were to leave this out, this color would change to this. So lots of decent samples here. Lots of nice looking copper mineral. Nice blues. So there is a bit of bornite in here, but this is chalcopyrite, not bornite. So we're going to send this in for analysis. We'll post the assay result. We're just going to take a bunch of random samples from here, send them in, and then we're going to eventually try and locate the showing, where these come from. So you can see here, another road grab sample, extremely heavy. Loads and loads of mineralization. This is probably pretty close to being solid mineral on this top side. More decent samples. Really nice looking. Okay, I got more grab samples here. Little blebs of chalcopyrite all throughout the rock. Bunch more samples here. Lots of mineralization. Samples everywhere. So, past a few days, we've removed over 2,000 pounds or a ton of this material for our bulk sample. So, we're going to eventually send in some stuff for testing at a later date. But you'll have to stay tuned for that. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys next time.